Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of MTG Arena Run. Today's the weekend and honestly I would like for them to have some consistency in branding. This used to be Exploration Draft, this used to be Gabby Spark, some greedy draft. This time I don't think they dropped Gabby, I think but they probably are not exactly doing the spotlights as much anymore. But it's still a greedy draft and it's Ravnica Allegiance. So things to keep in mind, still drafting 3 packs, but we start with 9 cards. We can play 2 lands a turn. More importantly, you can still only draw 1 card per turn. So we're gonna be trying to look. We're gonna try to look for as much card draw as possible. So we kind of want to get into blue. That's probably Simic and Azorius. Shame, because I kind of got my success from Drool and whatnot, but if we're gonna go Simic or Azorius, we can't go wrong with Deputy of Detention. Well, we're kind of passing up a good removal spell. Kind of looking for guys like this. Basically, want to gum up the board early as possible. Removal is gonna be an issue, but well, at least we got our own removal. It's a nice rare, so I'm gonna start with that. So I'm gonna be looking out for cards like Growth Spiral. Incubation is. It would have been nice if this dug up lands, but it doesn't. So Arrester's Admonition also a form of card draw if you cast it main phase. I'm going to start with Growth Spiral. Also, we're going to be looking out for Guild Gates and maybe 1 Locket or 2. Prying Ice would be a nice top end also. So let's go for the Growth Spiral first. So Swirling Torrent is probably very good removal. Would we have enough to run Persistent Petitioners? Probably not. Junk Troller is a decent option. Gum up the early game. I'll take the Swirling Torrent. Yeah, because we're going to be main blue at least here. Now, Quench probably won't have much space. I would rather take the Senate Griffin. Applied Biomancy is also nice. Eyes Everywhere is a very good way to help filter our card draws, especially near the tail end. If we got enough lands, we don't want to be drawing into more and whatnot. I'll take the Eyes Everywhere first. Still hoping for some stuff to pass. Forbidding Spirit does buy us time. It's just double white. Probably not gonna run Clear the Mind. Azorius Locket's an option. Grasping Trowel's a stronger one. I'll just run the Forbidding Spirit. I'll take the Forbidding Spirit first. Then we'll take stuff like well, Sylvan Brush Strider is an option. I'm gonna stick to the blue for now. Send Courier. I got burned last time with this guy. Actually, I got burned twice. One playing against him, second playing with him. Well, it's either... I could just take the Guild Gate for now. This would be a really nice one. It's just out of our colors. Nothing so great over here. I could just take the Scuttle Gator. Heck, Rebel Slinger's okay. Titanic Brawl is some sort of removal. I guess I can take the Skull Gator, but I should be in the lookout for flying creatures. So Senate Courier's in my list. Humongulus is kind of okay. Saruli Caretaker can help us accelerate, but frankly I'll just take the Courier. I did say I wanted 1 copy of Prying Ice. And let's take the Junk Troller. Well, we do have another option. We could take the Rampaging Rendhorn. It does give us another big body that's not Scuttle Gator. Yeah, I'll take that one. Root Snare will buy us time. Quench will buy us time. Viscopa Vampire will give us early aggression. Let's... I also have a full playset of this. I'll just take the Viscopa Vampire. So, Thirsting Shade off the... Actually... Yeah. No, Feral Maka off the side. Cavalcade, that's a nice uncommon for the side. Root Snare, we might run it, we might not. Oh, this is a perfect card for us. We do want to draw the 3 cards. Scry Tree is a bonus if we get to that point. I'm definitely taking pre-cog. High Alert, also a possibility. Shark to Crab, also quite good for 4/4/4. Chillbringer, always nice. I'll take the Shark to Crab this time. I probably might focus more on green-blue this game. So we want Yeah, we want effects like Applied Biomancy, Titanic Brawl. I'll start with the Titanic Brawl first because it's easier in the colors. Frilled Sphinx is inside some card draw, but I'll take the uncommon first, so that's Frilled Mystic. It is also a counter. Applied Biomancy. I guess now is a good time to take this. We still want to find flyers. I guess Terramander counts. It's an adapt 4 even if it costs like 5 or 6, so that's okay. Okay, here's that Rester's Admonition. So now we got a deck. Fairy Duelist, always a very good combat trick. Likewise, Justiciar's Portal, also good, but we want to focus on the blue more. Basically, even with virtual 3 colors, we want to keep consistent on at least two of them. So the Viscopa Vampire might not make it. Definitely taking the other Simic Guildgate. I could just take the other Scuttlegater. I'll take the other Simic Guildgate for now. Rally is kinda okay. Probably not gonna run it, but it looks good. Steeple Creeper, sure it's a 3-drop. Actually, I could have taken the Watcher, that might have been a better pick, but I'm trying to focus more on green-blue. So the Viscopa Vampire is probably gonna go. I'll keep the Deputy of Detention. Brush Strider, sure, at least it gaining life buys us time. Now's a good time to take Quench. Let's not deface this board. And the rares at least are lining up. Definitely gonna take Warrant and Warden. I would like to see the Impassioned Orator wheel back, but I'll take the Warrant for now. Trash and Tread. We're not gonna be able to run this, but I do like it as a rare. I did say I wanted to take the Orator, but it's also white. Could just take another Scuttlegater. Shame I only got one Growth Spiral. That was the really key one. None of these are popping out to me. I guess the Locket counts. You know what? I'm just gonna rare draft. Probably missed opportunity. People are getting angry at me at this point. Well, I'm not gonna rare draft this one. Sky Tether. Syndicate Messengers. Oh, that's a good one, I guess. Gateway Sneak. This does draw us cards. I will take it. Actually, an interesting about getting more guild gates is... Oh, I want to get this guild gate so badly. I want to get this guy too, but... Growth Spiral helps us. Let's see. Riot. Another target creature benefits only one other creature. I'm gonna take the Growth Spiral. There's an Azorius Guild Gate. I like it better than any of our other options here. I'll take it. Oh yeah, they're different arts. Sky Tether is a way to lock down our opponent. Has Defender, loses flying. It's okay. Knight of Sorrows is also another way to get them some extra combat through. Take that one, I guess. Wilderness Reclamation. We do have how many instants? Okay, this one's kinda instant. This one's flash. This one's an instant. Instant. Well, I don't really benefit from any of these. I could just take the Wrecking Beast. I'll just take the Reclamation for the sign. Let's see if... Well, here's one I'm willing to take. It's Rampaging Renhorn. Enraged Ceratok, that's also a good one. At least getting this done in turn 2 is not bad. It's actually quite good. Guess now we can just hate out the Consign. Gift of Strength looks okay. Wall of Lost Thoughts. I guess I could just take Open the Gates also, actually. That does take advantage of the extra land drop. So I did take Open the Gates. Now we have to make 6 cuts. All of them are gonna be in the non-creature slot though. So let's see. Quench is gonna go. Precog stays. Prying Eyes probably can go at this point. Eyes everywhere. So okay, the Gift of Strength is gonna go. I want to drop the open the gates. This is the weakest card in the list. Yeah, let's drop that. Generally, we want to consider our 2 drops to be turn 1. Growth Spiral is actually quite nice in turn 1. Let's see. That cuts us down to 9. So I want to cut down at least 1. If I'm going to cut down 1 more, at least it's 1 more non-creature. Titanic Brawl. Because we can bounce it. We have 1 bounce, 2 bounce effects. Eyes Everywhere is good late game. Everything else is kind of creature-ish. I'm gonna cut the Syndicate Messenger just to ease up on that. Wait, no. Let's keep the Syndicate Messenger. If I have to make a cut, let's cut the Knight of Sorrows. Both of them have Afterlife 1. It's 1 power difference, but this has evasion, so that counts. I guess I could cut another creature. The Warden does count as a creature. Eyes Everywhere is okay in the right matchup. One thing to note is we might actually want 18 lands instead of the usual 17. Right now we're at 17. But it's hard to find cuts, so I might just keep it at 17. That means we need to cut 1 more. I could just cut the Steeple Creeper. It is the weakest card here, or the Senate Courier actually. Let's see. Yeah, we're mostly blue at this point. I could just cut the Syndicate Messenger. But that is one of our better cards. I have to. We do have a Glutton Tree, so Gateway Sneak. Yeah, this one draws us cards if we can get it through. My concern is that our opponent is probably bound to get. We have ways to go through that it doesn't get blocked. I'll cut a Senate Courier for now. Let's see how it goes. Oh, we can rename the draft deck. So this is actually quite greedy, to be fair. Decent amount of count draw. You got a card draw here. Definite card draw here. And a lot of effects that will screw that. I'm trying to avoid saying that. That will ruin us if we are not careful how we play. But let's give it a shot. And if I earn enough cash, I might be able to do this 1 more time. It is another way to get into Ravnica Allegiance, so that's one way to do it. Oh, but I will note that this won't affect my ranking. Guess that's not too bad. It's only a few days. I'm still stuck at gold on gold. Okay, so 1 more land draw will get us turn 3 Scuttlegator. A few more will allow us to attack with it. I guess it's okay. So I'm definitely keeping this hand. So Simic Guildgate. Island. It gives us a shot to go Eyes Everywhere, especially if our opponent can't respond. I might go with Steeple Creeper first though. Yeah, I'll go with Steeple Creeper first because next, if we don't draw a land, we can do Eyes Everywhere into Applied Biomancy if we have to. Let's see what our opponent's got. He's got this 4 mana 2. Likewise, we do have turn 3 Rendhorn if we need it. Probably plays a 5/5. It is harder to remove that way. I think the removal spells here top out at. Well, our opponent's playing green-red. I think they top out at 4. Okay. He's going for the 3/3. And he's going for the Sorrowform Hybrid. Okay. Oh, we did get our 6th land. I'm gonna attack with Steeple Creeper first, actually see what he blocks with. Because if he blocks with the hybrid, I can just... I'm willing to trade it off with the goblin. No. In fact, I can trade it off with the goblin, then play... Okay, he's going for that one. Oh no, he's just going to let it through. So I can play Ice Everywhere. Then I can exchange it for Sorrowform Hybrid as soon as he... Well, I will take a hit once at least. This gets it up to 6/6 though, so... Let's play the Scuttle Data. Let's try not to run out our entire opening hand too soon. Let's see what our opponent's got. Yeah, we don't have a reason to bounce any of these immediately. I would like to draw into a Growth Spiral. It does give me a card draw. Never mind about the land drop. Strike out the Growth Spiral is very good early game. But in this accelerated form might not be such a great idea, but it's still one of our few card draw effects. Warlock Crusher. Oh, we can snipe my Steeple Creeper. Okay, so... What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna play Eyes Everywhere first. I'm going to bounce this guy main phase. Oh, I like the sound effects too. So that draws me a card, not a creature, but I get to make the same offer again. Okay, now he's gonna try. Our opponent's probably gonna be thinking twice about paying the mana to adapt this. If he knows I can just take it. He might have a Cinder Vines, that's a good way to get rid of it too. In which case, he's not using his mana to recast this guy. I'm perfectly fine with that. Ice Ever's got our opponent thinking. So we're at 6 mana. We really got only 2 plays at this point. It's either Renhorn or Brush Strider and hold up Biomancy. So he's playing his own Renhorn. Got an Enraged Ceratok. Don't exactly want that. Let's put it at the bottom. I do question... Yeah, so let's exchange. So now now our opponent has to play something big of his own. Got some potential here. Okay, no, mental note, applied Biomancy is not counter, so it won't get our Scuttle Gator attacking. We really need to get 2 more mana. I might just... But at least he's held down the fort quite well. It's dissuade their opponent from attacking quite a bit. One's got Biogenic Ooze. Ooh, I don't know if he got that one. But... we're gonna play our own Rampaging Ren here. +1/+1 counter. So end the turn there. Basically, this one will grow to at least 4/4, so I do have some time over it. Opponent's probably gonna be incentivized to double block or play something big of his own. He's probably gonna just play the Bulwark Crusher. Actually, a nice combo. If we can get 1 more mana, we got a 9/9 attacker. Probably get double blocked eventually. So we're just hoping that we can hold this 1 combat trick off as long as possible. I might just bounce the token. Rumbling Ruin. Okay. Okay, that only affects this turn. Pass. Okay, that's perfectly fine. The difference between 4... Okay, got a Guild Gate, so it doesn't get us to 9. But I'll still swing with both. So let's do both effects. So this gets +1/+1. Bounce this guy. Can't play. Okay, I'm gonna play the Gateway Sneak. It is the weaker card. But we know, but that's because we know we have a bigger threat to follow up next turn. In fact, we can still attack against the Biogenic Ooze even if we trade with the Renhorn. So now we're hoping to draw into one of our bigger threats. Actually, we're just hoping to draw cards, period. This one's a really good pickup for our opponent. 6/6 potential in turn 3. That's really good. Now let's. Our opponent's got to just play the. He could just play the Crusher again, or something else. But he definitely has to play something. Because he knows if nothing else, a 9/9 is coming. Okay, he's playing the Crusher again. Okay, his opponent's on full control mode. That means absolutely nothing. Oh wait, he's gonna do something on my upkeep? Why not? Interesting, but I'll save that for next time. So I'm gonna pay all that mana. So I'm gonna send these guys to attack. I do have a life cushion, so I don't mind losing the Gateway Sneak. Well, actually, let's see what our opponent has for 1 green or 1 red mana. There is a first strike effect. It just means he kills the Renhorn, but it just means he kills the Renhorn, but that's about it. One creature is gonna, at the very least, one creature on our opponent's side is gonna die. Titanic Brawl. Okay. That's one. Okay, so that's one way to do it. He can block. He can block and block, preserve his entire life total. He can block with both creatures, so I'm just stuck with a Renhorn. No, he's just gonna let it through. So I don't get to draw cards. Well, at least I got rid of one removal spell. Let's hope our opponent... Well, our opponent might have a removal effect. Okay, Rubble Slinger. Hoping to draw into one of my removal spells. Armor Shaman. Definitely attacking into that, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Definitely has enough to mass block the full thing. Still gonna attack with everyone anyway, but I can ruin the combat mat. Okay. So that's it. So he has to deal with it for one more turn. And more importantly, he doesn't have reach, so I can still afford to snipe a bit. Now I just need to draw something that's not a land so we can get more gas. I'm already kind of wary of our opponent's board. This one's getting bigger as we go along. Opponent can keep chumping this. He can already start chumping this. I'm already at the point where I might just end up swinging with the Fairy Duelist. Wrecking Beast, Riot Trample. Yeah, I'm gonna start holding this back. I'm just gonna swing with the Fairy Duelist now. So this is gonna be the most painful 5 turns. Let's see. This is Oh, this is actually our opponent's Renhorn. Just gonna eventually the biogenic ooze will outpace us. We still got, well, this life cushion's not that great. 2 of these slip through, I lose more than half. The moment our opponent draws another Titanic Brawl, we're in real trouble. I think we still have our own Titanic Brawl though, so we have that benefit. We do have a bunch of flyers to get past our opponent. That's the good news. Only caveat is Titanic Brawl. So well, at least we got him to do it here instead of our other guys, so that's perfectly fine. Dagger Caster. This weakens our board significantly, so it makes combat mat worse. He's still not gonna attack, that's the good news. Bad news is we still haven't drawn anything. So got 19 cards. Got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 5 more lands left, so 5 more lands. There's a 25% chance I still draw into another land, in which case I'm in real trouble. So this one kinda helped out our opponent a bit. And now our opponent's got lots of gas now, so we... And oh yeah, when this attacks a target creature can't block, I need to get rid of this guy too. I might not get that opportunity anymore though. Let's see. So obviously this guy won't end up blocking. I'll end up taking... Actually, this is 21 damage if he attacks with all. Still holding back. With the land card, sure. So I need to adapt something. I can tap the ooze. I can tap the ooze, just swing with Scuttlegate, or force it to trade with a 1 Wrecking Beast. That's quite bad. Because the ooze is still quite blockable. Actually, the correct play might just be to tap the Clamor Shaman. I'm really waiting for that precog. That's probably the best card here. So it's still 5 lands. Now he has the mana to start making. Yeah, I do have flyers. I can still kind of get through. I think it's a lost game for me, but okay, let's solve all. Yeah, we kind of helped out our opponent quite a bit here. So we had a decently good start. We never managed to get through to the end. That's interesting in itself. Also note that now we've actually just called our attention to our opponent's Clamor Shaman's result. I don't know if fortunate or not, but our opponent is still just technically has us dead to rights. drew one of our other lands, so that's not gonna help us. So let's give it vigilance. Yeah, we're probably not gonna win this game. But I'm awfully curious what our opponent. Well, our opponent has us dead on board at this point. He does, right? Rhythm of the Wild, okay. Thankfully, that also that does nothing. Let's see. I take. No, I don't take 7. I take 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. I take 17. I don't know if our. Yeah, it's non-token. There's a caveat to that. So thankfully our opponent still hasn't seen it. And okay, we have to play this one at least. Let's stride and draw. So I definitely don't want those. Definitely don't want the growth. Well, I can still play the growth spiral. Processing is something else. Put a land in the battlefield. Nope. Let's cast a Titanic Brawl first. Have this guy fight this guy. That's one less threat to worry about. +1 counter. Just send this guy off to attack. He still has. I could still be dead already at this point. Also note that he has enough mana to flood this guy, so so my original count might not be correct either. If he's still making tokens, he doesn't think he can win. I can surprise with this guy. Well, it's not gonna counter anything, but it does give us a surprise blocker. So he's gonna adapt that. That's perfectly fine. Does he actually have more than one growth chamber? I think our opponent's at the point where he's already seen what he's put in the bottom before. Okay, that gives him more mana. He's gonna attack now. That's pretty much the only way he can win. Yeah. Oh, then he figures out that part. So let's see if we can do the math. Counter target spell. I'm just gonna cast this now. It doesn't do anything, but it does put an extra creature on the board. That's all I care about. So this one can't block, so pass. Since he's attacked with everything, let's do the math. This one does not have trample, so this takes this one. This one has trample. Right, and haste. He can pump this guy once, so let's block this one. So let's do that. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, this is 6. So let's see. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So that's 4 damage I need to take down. Hold on, so one of the blocks is incorrect. So definitely want to block that guy. Then I need to absorb an additional one here. So this is 4, 8, 9, 10, 4, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. 6, 7, yeah. Let's go for that. He's got 1 pump. Oh, he's not even pumping. Yep, so I sacrificed more or less my entire board. Yeah, that was a very good game. Yeah, we were down to the wire in that one. Woo! Yeah, it was really a good game. Yeah, he still had the ability to make a token. There was really no outs to it. I needed to keep another creature alive, but yeah, I didn't have the math. Actually, I could have had the math for that. He didn't pump. Oh, that's why he didn't pump it. He knew it wasn't enough. So it wasn't exactly quite a big win, actually, but it was very close. Yeah, having nothing hurt us there. So we did cast a lot, but we lost our first game. Anyway, let's keep pushing on forward. That's actually a very long game too. So this one's good. Well, we won't get to Growth Spiral until later, but I will keep this one. Turn 1 Growth Spiral would be really nice, but turn 2 is okay. Also, we get to play 2 Guild Gates out of the bat. Yeah, Biogenic Ooze was a big game winner. Opponent mulligans 1. No, there was no reason for us to mulligan this one. We had enough mana, we had things to do. So let's Guild Gate. Opponent goes Guild Gate Swamp. I can play this and hope to draw into another land. Let's just play the Eyes Ever since our opponent's let's just play that first. It gives us a look of what our next cards could be. Opponent plays Rakdos Locket, so he's stuck on mana. Definitely keeping that on top. Reason being is now we can go Growth Spiral, draw a card. And Growth Spiral, draw another card. We didn't draw land, but we did get to dig 2 deep. One's going double Locket, so okay, definitely keeping that on top. Yeah, I kind of wish I drew that earlier, but oh well, it's not meant to be. I can play the Brush Strider. Actually, I'll just play the Renhorn right now. Let's go with the +1/+1 counter. It's a clock in of itself. He might now removal. gonna cost 6 to consign to the pit, but that's pretty much what I can think of. Depending on what our opponent plays, we can either Arrester's Admonition it or Titanic Brawl it. Making up the old ways. Okay, definitely don't want that on top now. Oh yeah, we were stuck at 5 mana. I thought I had 6. Okay, so I can, yeah, I'll just bounce it now, be annoying. Okay, then draw. Ironically, if we drew 1 more mana, we could just exchange. It'll help solve his mana problems. Okay. So we got rid of our creature. That's one way. So still want mana. Applied Biomancy is okay too though. So I'm gonna play the Brush Rider first, since we got nothing good to remove. Pass the turn. Admonition costing 3. Yeah, this is quite expensive, but you do get to draw a card. Opponent's just probably waiting for us to hit 6 mana. Okay, let's resolve that. If we don't hit 6 mana, I'm just gonna detain it. Okay, I'm gonna put that in the bottom. Let's see if we can actually draw it. Nope, we didn't draw it. We did draw Frilled Mystic. I'm still gonna just detain it. Forces our opponent to have removal for this if he wants to get Nikia back. Okay. He could crack this locket if he needs to draw cards. But no, the way he's tapping his mana, he's casting something else. The Devil. Gets his mana back. I get to answer this for 1 turn. Depends on what I get though. Is he holding back? He's expecting me to have something. I probably just play it out now. You don't know if you're gonna. There you go, 4 record. So right now, okay, keeping that on top. Check. This only returns creatures, sadly. But I am taking Nikia. This exiles target non-land permanent, so I can actually just exile the eyes everywhere just to... Oh, this is gonna be interesting. I can exile the eyes everywhere just to get it back. Whoa. Exile, then Swirling Torrent the turn after. Wow. So that basically means I have to float a lot of mana. I'm taking the tree. So our opponent has to play something. He can't just sit around and do nothing. Well, okay, I take it back. He just did nothing. Wait, I'm going to... Let's see. So I'm gonna cast this first. Bounce eyes every... Lock down eyes everywhere. Oh, not that. Not this one. I want to lock that down. Let's see if he let's see if he sees it. Oh wait, then I can still counter it. And then just play both effects. Be deck, target creature gets -3/-3. And let's float. Yeah, I won't. Then I get the counter. Yeah, counter that spell. Yes. Now I have only 5, so I can't bounce. Yeah, I can't bounce, but I can just play Gateways. Let's use up the mana there. So, slightly convoluted. Cob Mockery. Okay, so... Well, he solves that one problem. Oh, he can't cast non-creature spells, so this wouldn't have... neither of these would have worked anyway. It's a good thing I spent all my mana early. So, we'll take the hit. Now, I don't think removing Deputy of Detention is a good idea. Wrecking Beast... Okay, we... And actually should thank our opponent for removing the Scuttlegate for the Nikia for us. Target creature put on top. Target to bounce the hand. Okay, we got through. So we got our first win. The previous game was still way too long. I'm still reading from that one. So, yeah, first win of the day. Not too bad. Let's keep going. Yeah, my only... Okay, we do have lands. We will get to turn... So we will get some play. We will have a turn 2 play, so I'm willing to keep this. Turn 2 play, worst case scenario, we go pre-pog, so I'm fine with this. Let's hope. Yeah. And let's lead off in the double gate. Next turn, Shark the Crab, then turn after that. Depends. My opponent has a fast start. I think we'll Gruul Locket. We got our own fast start into Shark the Crab. I'm willing to now, depending on what our opponent plays, we might even have time to just pre-pop. Okay, Biogenic Ooze. Actually, here's the interesting thing. I can attack with these two. He tries to double block. Wait. I can adapt. Then Fairy Duelist. Okay, so next attack. Let's see if he sees the line. Okay, no, he sees it, so actually I can take my time bouncing this. So we could surprise with the Fairy Duelist or not. Yeah, Biogenic Ooze is gonna... This is the second Biogenic Ooze we've seen all day. Let's see if we can beat it properly this time. hybrid. I might hold on the Fairy Duelist for now. So none of these have ooze types, so pass. So got 7 mana. Let's see. Because I attack with this, he double blocks. No, I have to bounce this. No, even if I drop the power on this one, that's 2, 4, 6. That's still enough to kill it. I need to bounce. So let's ruin the mat. That was sort of a time walk. I think our opponent's gonna just hold everyone down. In that case, we just fight these guys out. I can try to encourage a block, surprise with Fairy Duelist. But I might be better off just doing the precog now. Okay, if he, let's say he blocks with, no, if he blocks with only one creature. Let's see if he takes the bait. Okay, he doesn't take the bait. So I have no reason to play that. But that clears his board for the most part. I guess I can just play Steeple Creeper, then Senate Courier. Now the idea is, I need to find an answer to Rebel Slinger, but oh wait, I can jump over once. I have a sort of answer with Fairy Duelist. Opponent might be incentivized to Biogenic Upgrade. Okay, I'm just gonna hold that fight back. Let's go with Precog. So, okay. Since we know what our opponent's deck doesn't have. So, definitely don't want the Gateway Sneak. I want to draw the Eyes Everywhere first. And that doesn't matter which I draw. Let's take that. Also got Deputy of Detention. I'm gonna play the Deputy. Because that gets the smaller guy out of the way. Yeah, precog best card. Opponent's got now up to 7 mana. He needs to have a removal spell or okay, that's not gonna do it. That's game. So yeah, we managed to survive that one. That one's a much better game. Though right now, if I'm to talk about my current mental state, I really need to stop thinking about that first game. Yeah, getting over-eagered and getting deflated badly, that one will ruin anyone. The thing is, you have to learn how to forget what happened behind you. Then you just have to set your eyes on the prize. Well, don't forget too much that you're gonna make the same mistake again, but forget enough that it doesn't affect you too badly. So turn 1 Terramander, turn 2 Eyes Everywhere. Enough mana for precog. I'm keeping this hand. Now the turn 1 Terramander is a bit of a weird case, but I don't think our opponent's gonna bother trying to remove it. So opponent gets to go first. Combine Guild Mage. This is interesting in that he can start buffing everything he plays. I probably will have the Deputy of Detention sometime soon. It also means that Eyes Everywhere is going to be late game card. It's not something I can play early because he can just play back. So he's digging for answers. Yeah, I'm gonna just... It's also an interesting case where... Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have the mana to Frilled Mystic anything, but... Let's see. I can just play the Brush Rider for now. So that means the next few plays our opponent plays, he might actually spend mana. Though that assumes he has a very cheap hand. Okay, if he's playing it like that, I will just block the Sorrowform Hybrid. Eat the combat trick, but I guess that's fine. So we got Fairy Duelist now. So we actually can play Deputy and something else. Yeah, and I will do that. So Deputy, take the Combine Guild Mage. I have to attack with this one. I can't hold it. No, it doesn't matter. This one's still a 1-2, so I can still double block the hybrid. Okay, so he's not showing a combat trick. In fact, he's showing he's stuck. So, okay, there's my other blue source. I'm gonna play Eyes Everywhere now. Still gonna attack with just this one. But now I'm starting to set up my board. Opponent is kind of stuck on mana. He's probably assuming he's got a glut of 5 drops here. Okay, Eyes Everywhere. Yeah, I'll keep the Shark to Crab. I do have to play this one. I can't just hold back. It's like it is literally telegraphing the fact that you have a Mystic. So I think our opponent's finally gotten a land. Let's see what big play he has. Nothing. Yeah, keeping the... I'm willing to keep lands on top because it gives me options on what to do later. So I'm going to attack with these two. Okay, next to damage. Okay, so he skipped blocks. We'll tap that out. Really curious what our opponent's stuck on. These can't all be 6s and 7s. Oh, it could also be the mana cost, like double green or double black, red. Let's see what he's got. He has to have something at this point. He had a very good, he had a decent early game, but looks like the mana is killing him. Flames of the Raised Boar. Okay, so he gets the Combine back. Yeah, that's okay. I'd rather he do it there than on something else. Okay, Simic Guildgate. Yeah, probably don't want that this time. So play for haste. Well, I'm actually 1 mana short of adapting this one, but okay, I think that was just a concession right there. Okay. That's not so bad. So, keeping it up. Yeah, we got another play of this one. But let's see how much we can push this game. This run at least. Ooh. So we got Yeah, we got turn 1. No, I don't want to do turn 1 Growth Spiral. I'll just play the Guild Gates turn 1. Turn 2, we get a Syndicate Messenger or a Ceratalk. We have options. I'm definitely keeping this one. The worst case. So let's play the Guild Gates first. It'll be very embarrassing if I pulled this out instead. Opponent's got turn 1 Territorial Boar. So I will play the Enraged Ceratalk here. I could Growth Spiral just to get this land out, but I need to play creatures. So our opponent has to play something big to... Okay, he's got... Well, he has to put Trample on it. Gets +1/+1 Vigilance. But now he can't block with that. So I'm gonna offer the trade. Now I have two choices. I can just play the Scuttlegator or I can Growth Spiral into Messenger. I'll just play the Scuttlegator. I'm probably not gonna block the Frenzied Arring. Oh wait, 6 mana. No, I'll probably block the Frenzied Arrings. If I didn't draw the other two mana, Growth Spiral or even Precog would have been a good option. So far I have to comment that we haven't been hitting mana issues. The number of planes might be a bit too high, but that's just for Syndicate Messenger and for Deputy of Detention. I could cut 1 planes in favor of something's in favor of another color. Opponent does nothing. We have the mana to counter. We don't have the mana to trigger. Going to just attack with... I'm gonna attack with this guy, force the block. Yeah, he can't block with that. He has to block with that. Let's force the trade. Now, if he has another pump effect, that would really be interesting. Oh, okay, so it didn't matter. He, but it was much better. I thought he had the pump spell. So I get to counter that. Yeah, let's counter. So I'm now just waiting for 2 more mana to adapt. I probably will play Precog. Unfortunately, that's it. He's in trouble with this mana. Okay, let's play that. Yeah, let's hold off the Precog. Let's Growth Spiral. We don't get it, but we will play Syndicate Messenger. And this can be a very good this is a very good opponent to play Ice Everywhere against. Opponents now has a Mammoth Spider. Ooh, I'd like to borrow that. I can just play this now since I still have 1 more land to play. Definitely, I do want to keep all of these. Yeah, let's keep all of these. Then we'll play Eyes Everywhere. No attacks. Next turn we send the Scuttlegator. Let's see if this opponent also has Biogenic Ooze. Okay, no Biogenic Ooze from our opponent. We will keep the Arrester's Admonition. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Not just attack. Okay, interesting thing is we can only trade it. Okay, so thank the spider again. Not quite incentivized to trade it yet. So, oh, Deputy of Detention. That should be enough to ruin it for our opponent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're taking it slowly here. Okay, Goblin Gathering. Does he have another Goblin Gathering? Nope, another mana. Let's pass that. Scry, I don't want lands, so I'm gonna dump that in the bottom. Titanic Brawl. Let's buff this guy up now. So next, just gonna attack with these guys. Sure, this one I'm just gonna be eating tokens for the next few turns, but at least it keeps his board busy. No need to rush this one yet. We pretty much have things under control. Yeah, between our removal spells and eyes everywhere, we have options. Okay, I'll keep the Steeple Creeper. In fact, I'll probably send the entire team too. Wait, nope. Let's not be careless. Let's just send these two guys. Let's see. Wait. So it's got Scorch Mark. Okay. Actually, not. We can't. Nope. Wait, we've already gone to that phase, so can't win. It's a shame. I could have just taken with Ice Everywhere, but there's no real. A sure win is probably much better than a fast win. Well, fast win is also much better than sure. But after that first game, and I thought I was sure I could have gotten out of it. No, not taking any more chances. It's actually getting to be quite long video, though we're at 4 wins already. Yeah, with this kind of format, expect the games to be a bit long and drawn out. I'm pretty sure our opponent is anything but. So I could just Growth Spiral. I get to play the Simic Guildgate for free. Then I can play Ice Everywhere. I have options to play. I would prefer more mana, but I will keep this. So we get the turn 1 Growth Spiral at least. So I played that. Then we at least get the turn 2 Ceratok. Hopefully we draw into another land. We also have the mana to counter with Frilled Mist. Yeah, let's just play the Ceratok. I have to be cautious. There's the 3 mana sacrifice spell. That would really be annoying. Us not hitting lands is also bad too. Well, thankfully he's going for the hit, so we're good on that one. could just play the Eyes Everywhere here, but I suspect something big's coming up, so I'm not. Besides, I already played all my lands out. It looks like I'm stuck. So let's take advantage of that. Let's see what big 6 mana thing our opponent's got. Saw it coming. Of course, well, be very careful also where you click. I'm just gonna switch. Yeah, I might as well. He has no plans of blocking. So now that's out of the way. So we hit for 7. I will play Eyes Everywhere now. Basically, because if we draw one more land, if our opponent plays something big, we can take it. Otherwise, we can just bounce it with Applied Biomancy. Yeah, we have enough bounce, so we can hit our opponent through. Our opponent's probably going to start leaving this guy behind. Yeah, countering the consign was very good. Opponent might have a second consign, but which is... I could ruin it by just casting Applied Biomancy to bounce it back to my hand. Let's see if it's worth it. Bouncing Frilled Mystic back to hand would be interesting. Now he's playing Rubble Slinger, so let that resolve. Interesting note, neither of these guys can block this one, so I can just keep swinging with this forever. Well, not forever and ever. Dagger Caster. Okay, still can't block. So Haste Cell was the perfect counter for this. I'll take it. I'll buy it. Now I'm gonna cast Gateway Seed just to put another body, but we have options to Titanic Roll and whatnot. Yeah, let's end the turn here. I might need Applied Biomancy instead. Wait, our opponent just needs to drop something with enough power. So casting Carnage deals 3 damage, discards 2 cards. Sure, let that resolve. So discard Terramander, discard the Arrester's Admonition. Because those are the 2 cards that are not relevant for the... One's relevant next turn, but those are not relevant for this turn. Opponent probably should not... No, he can attack with 1 creature because he can't block this anyway so far. He probably has a removal effect if he's gonna let it pass. Hoping he actually casts something now. Ritual Reveler. Sure, I'm gonna let that happen. So I don't know what this last card. Oh, it's a land, so I'm going to do Titanic Draw on the Rubble Slinger. Skill gate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we can precog. Hold on. If I attack with all 3, I just need to be able to save. He's gonna double block. I just need to save 1 creature. I shouldn't bother saving that one. Okay, I'll double block that one. So I'm gonna, because I don't want to bounce that one. So okay, let's do both. I'm gonna target creature gets +1/+1. Return this one. And down to our. That should be it. Well, maybe not quite. But our opponent has to answer a lot of things. He needs to present 3 blockers. And, okay, he has removal. He has 1 blocker. Now I kind of wish I did not dump that gate to the bottom. That would have made this unblockable. Yeah, I actually missed that line. I didn't... Ooh, careless. Yeah, I would have been able to get through. Rush Strider's not gonna do it. I actually want the land now. Well, Scuttle Gator won't do it. So oh wait, that does it. So let's just keep all 3. Because we get 1. But most importantly, we get the Guild Gate, which means he can't be blocked. And we steal the win that way. Whew. That was a little careless of me. That could have been a disaster and whatnot. Well, 5 wins, quite good. It's a shame. This one had a lot of promise, but generally green-red was just better for dinosaurs. Anyway, so 5 wins, 1 loss. Sting of the first loss will always linger. It's always the regret that lingers more than your successes. I guess it's a fault of humanity. We always focus on we focus on the negative way too much. Then again, if you only focus on the positives, we never learn from the negatives. So we can sneak in the duelist. Actually makes me want to hold on to the gate for as long as possible, so I'll keep this one. And it depends on our draw. If we know if we know we can get a 3rd turn Scuttle Gator, I might be tempted to play the Guild Gate first. As it is, let's surprise this Savant. And this mana combo is interesting because our opponent will just assume Growth Spiral. He's got a Gateway Sneak of his own. Let's see if he attacks. Best surprise. So now we know what's up. Let's play our own Gateway Sneak. Getting in after damage. So hope 1 more land would be nice. If not, we can still play Rampaging Grandhorn. Okay, this is not the best color for Eyes Everywhere. We do have another option. We can Arrester's Admonition to draw a card, just bounce a Send Courier, then draw another card off Gateway Sneak. I'm gonna do that because we need to hit 6 mana. We don't hit our land. We hit Rush Strider, but I'm gonna just play the Paramander first. Sure, it'll be annoying if it turns out I did draw a land, but that's okay. I can hold the Duelist back. I'm gonna hold the Duelist back. Oh, he's got his own Fairy Duelist. So no damage. So we got ourselves an interesting back and forth. So we're gonna really gum up this board. I can block it now. Point in attacking here. Our concern is that big removal spells like the Raise Boar, Prying Eyes. Okay, that at least that one Doesn't hurt us too much. We still need the land for Sterling Torrent. Like, but I don't mind just making the 4/4 token off this guy. Opponent's ditch Rumbling Ruin, probably because he didn't get any of his count. Okay, we can hold up Frilled Mystic. Okay, 3, 4, 5. I'm guaranteed to take out 2 creatures if I attack with this guy. The other interesting thing is, okay, so yeah, let's just pass it. Make it look like I'm legitimately stuck, but I don't think our opponent's gonna try for that. Okay, so that's one removal spell down. Nobody draws cards. Going bright. That's okay. Well, I lose the Fairy Duelist. But otherwise, the board position's not so great, and I get to play my big guns. Yeah, so we got the bigger crack back. Still need 1 more mana. But I'm Strings of New Crop, that's okay. I'm willing to trade. If I attack with Renhorn, I'm guaranteed to trade with the Sphinx. If I attack with the Sphinx, I'm guaranteed to trade with the Sphinx also. I also got 2 spells, so that's 6 mana to adapt this guy. That's also an option. Let's see how he decides to act on this board. Okay, that's it. That's enough to force me to get it killed. Definitely want to take out the Sphinx. Not sure that was the right trade. Well, unless he has a way to remove this guy, then that makes it a very decent trade. Watchful Giant makes it 4. So I guess I'm just attacking in the air for this point. Oh wait, he's tapped out all his blue, so he can't flash this back in. And just to be safe, put this on top of the library, put this in hand. This doesn't have reach. Yep, there we go. Held it up to the last minute. Okay. So stretch out a little bit. We are now at the home stretch. We can afford to lose 1 more game, but I want to win this one quickly. We're getting close to the 2-hour mark at this point. And we do have plays. This is not exactly the hand I want to keep though. I'm actually tempted to mulligan once because I only get 3 life out of this and a 1/1 creature. I'm gonna mulligan this. Kind of the same thing, except I do get some card draw and a Gateway Sneak. I'm gonna keep. And I get the land on the top, so I'm keeping that too. Oh, perfect. Just enough for Enraged Ceratop. So, I'm gonna play white and blue. Now, normally I'd like to hide the information, but just in case, I want to keep Warrant up. Okay, that wasn't necessary. I can also play the Gateway Sneak first to start drawing cards, but Let's play the Enraged Ceratox more efficient mana-wise. No, granted, it's... Okay, ill-gotten inheritance, land... Okay. We're buying ourselves some time. I'm gonna play the gateway side here. Time to start drawing cards up. Also, if our opponent plays something, we can Silica Bellhaunt. Let's bounce. This is actually a horrible card to bounce. Let's bounce the Admonition. Can actually go with the haste option. I'm gonna start soon. Now our opponent does have enough mana to trigger. Archway Angel, perfect. Guildgate. That's also perfect for us too, actually. So next, let's see how he does it. I'm willing to bounce the Archway Angel. Okay, so this creature gets the +1/+1. This one goes back to owner's hand. So our opponent's gonna gain a ton of life again. See if he decides to get greedy. Okay, he got greedy. So we got 8 damage too. And I think I still want. I'm afraid he might have another Bellhaunt. Let's go for it. I'm just afraid our opponent might have Kaya's Wrath. Also, you need to be very careful when our life hits below double digits. I'll bite. Show me what you got. Probably has... Yeah, he could have gained the 1 life from there. It didn't matter. Yeah, it was better off keeping the steeple paper. So past that turn. So we now have to rush this match. Grasping Troll. Yeah, this is the problematic one. Okay, Simic Guildgate's okay. We kind of overplayed our hand at that point. I guess I could have just held everything back. Well, not more like I didn't have to play the. I didn't have to play the Warren, no Warden. So we're getting dangerously close. Opponent has a second ill-gotten inheritance. It's only a Yeah, we're gonna lose at this point. Yeah, that's good game. Yeah, I kind of foresaw he had the Kaya's Wrath. Actually, no, let's just hold this back. So he doesn't have mana to activate both. Yeah, that's a good game. Let's concede at that point. Yeah. Opponent having Kaya's Wrath. Who would have thunk? Actually, Actually, I kind of did. That was my own fault. Okay, so this is literally the last game of this run. Let's hope we can make the best out of this. So I am willing to go turn 1. Yeah, I'm gonna go turn 1 Growth Spiral. On the off chance we can get a turn 2 Rendhorn. Definitely keeping this one. Swamp, Mountain, Trumpeteer, sure. Forest, Island, Growth Spiral. I could play the Terramander, but no, let's play the Guildgate. So we're hoping our opponent doesn't have a fast Spectacle deck. We're just gonna try to out the scope of Vampire. Okay, that's something we have to block. Definitely playing the Rendhorn next turn. And definitely playing him at 5. My other option is to play the Ceratok and the Terramander so I get double blockers. Or I can act like a coward, play the Senate Courier first. Okay, Noxious Grudion. Let's see if he attacks with both. Oh, he attacks with both. I'm gonna let that one pass. Let's go to blockers. Let's see what his effect is. He might have a drill bit, in which case my whole Carnival, suppose. Sure, let's. Okay, so we managed to nuke that part. Now we play Ceratok and Terramander. Just gonna swing with these two. Probably not gonna block the Grudion anytime soon. But at least the Enraged Ceratok doesn't have to worry about getting blocked by the Grudion. So, here comes the attack. He probably has another Carnival, so he's hoping I'd block it. Okay, so we're gonna just try to outpace our opponent's damage. We got an inheritance again. That's gonna be. Let's see if our opponent's probably not gonna attack. Right, and we're probably not gonna bother. Okay, that's slightly anticlimactic, but much better. So we managed to successfully win that run, albeit with too many risks that we didn't have to take. Still, I'm gonna claim our prizes and thank you very much for sticking it out with me on this one. Yeah, that the second to the last match. Yeah, could have been. Well, it was a disaster to be fair, but we got nice wild cards out of it. Still waiting to be able to open the ball. And get some rares that I actually like, though I guess everything's fair in all. So, that's it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. And next week, yeah, we're gonna do the same thing, constructed and draft. I'm probably gonna have to start putting more videos in the pipeline because I have a very busy schedule ahead. But I'll see what I can do. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time.